Papino was Papino. Zeke Black is in the building. I have to do this real fast. No, I'm on my way to work, but definitely shout out to the Gifted Society, man. Shout out to the homies, up top that want to put clarity on the situation that was put out there about Lace because that was, when you send because nowadays the new thing is online. So when you put the information online that Lacey got touched, there could be so much speculation, so much stories. You could put remixes. You never understand what the actual motive was for the original story they hit online. Because you gotta keep in mind, there's a lot of young boys that's running around the streets that have never been to jail. So if you throw this campaign that he's been shot in the yard, these young boys that's paying attention to what's going on online, they might fall into the agenda that might be getting pushed to push Lacey out or push certain individuals out of these situations. So like I said, this is all opinion, but there's a lot of information flowing around, a lot of conversation. There might be there's a truth to a false. There's probably more to the story. Was good, bro. And I salute that hatch that stood up. Like, nah, that's not what happened. Okay, he got a paper cut and this, that, and the third. And I truly believe, man, that we need more of that when guys try to attempt to slander dude's name online or say something that's incorrect. Some people got to step up. Look, me and Shaquille had a situation. I spoke about a situation that happened in the jail, right? Amazingly, the Crips stepped up for Shaquille in the situation. They started speaking out. Nah, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. Multiple Crips that was in Wendy's Max. So Shaquille jumped in the comments in one of my videos, and he was having dialogue where other Crips was talking to other Crips about the situation. And then, he made a video. He actually did a video where he actually spoke upon the situation. This online thing is different because we don't know what the agendas are. We don't know what people are trying to reach. Like I just told you, you put out there somebody got shot, and then you could create any narrative. You gotta keep in mind, even if it happened or not, if Lacey's in IPC, people got a whole week, like they said, a whole week or 2 weeks to put out false information. And the power of false information in 2 weeks can become a powerful thing when a guy gets out of IPC. They got a bunch of young boys that play online all day. You understand what I'm saying? You don't. Sometimes people try suicide attempts just to get their names up, just for a purpose. Because who would have thought, right? We would have never knew this information if the information wasn't brought to the streets. I'm pretty sure it was in the streets already, but it was probably speculation. What? But because you have JPay, a lot of dudes just can't write you in JPay. Yo, you guess you just got hit. You know what I'm saying? So when you have guys that step up to the plate for you, guys that step up to the plate, and they're willing to go, we're gonna put it all on the line so that this weird narrative that he got shot and now he's falling from grace, that story is not gonna move around. Then we have to take chances then. If we can put a story out about the negative aspect of a story, why can't we put out the positive aspect of the story? Am I right? Because there was information floating around about the Immaculate family. You know what I'm saying? One thing we're gonna say is those that probably really know what's going on, that's there. We can't sit here and say Larry O sent that because we don't know. We don't know what agenda that was. We don't know if that was an agenda of let's do something, throw it online, so when these young boys that don't know no better and sitting in jail, they have a rumor to go off of what such and such shot such and such. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what happened. It was a paper cut. If OG Mack can defend himself, he would. But he doesn't know, you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't have the out. If Magoo could defend himself, he would. But there's a lot of guys that stood up for Magoo and did interviews. But you understand what I'm saying? This is the new world order where people are reaching the masses, not 1, 2, 3, but the masses with this information. So now you have a young guy that's probably on Brook Avenue that's watching the video going, Lacy just got shot. Now, he's going to run around, and now that story right there can potentially create drama. What the heck is fool? Why Lacy just got shot? I seen it on YouTube. We don't know the agenda. We don't. I can't tell you what the conspiracy theory is, but whatever the conspiracy theory is, it worked. Something worked. It hit online for something that wasn't probably that didn't sound that serious. It sounded like it was a personal thing, a personal flow. But like somebody said, we can't. This is politics. That we can't feel sorry for somebody like they're the victim. This is what comes with being a gangster. You allegedly you get dudes hit. Eventually you'll get hit. Somebody will try you. So this is what comes with the game. But the new thing with the game is the word of mouth. If you see 518, what you just said right there is a powerful thing. If he got cut, is he? Nah, there's plenty of big homies who got cut before. But if I could create a narrative before he can speak, yo, he fooled, he out the whip, he got shot, and it's confirmed that somebody can say he got shot in the yard, that lie, which for 1 week can gain power and can gain movement. And then eventually somebody else will try him. You see what I'm saying? So when you clarify the story, it's like, wait a minute, it was just a paper cut or that was a dummy mission. You know what I'm saying? That was a dummy mission. We don't know who that came from. We got to investigate it. That sounds a whole lot better than, you know what I'm saying? That sounds a whole lot better than, yo, he got shot in the yard. What? He got shot? What happened? And then who's ever telling the story get to go, nah, he a plate, because this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. They make it sound convincing. And then when they make it sound convincing, that week, 1 week of storytelling before he get to speak his mind, before he get to call his family or send a J play or get his word out, what happens? Now they try to because it's not about getting rid of him, it's about taking his movement. Definitely shout out to Either War Projects. So when it comes to the internet, the hats stepped up. A lot of hats. Yo, Zeke, what's up? I had some, and I spoke to a good brother online today in my inbox. Yo, Zeke was popping, boom, and he broke down a great logic to me. Was Goody, was Gandino, was Papino. He broke down a great logic to me, a logic that was so powerful. He was like, whatever happened, this probably didn't come from Lavio, but it's a weird situation, and the situation is weird. I can't tell you the conversation that we was having, but it sums up was, why did it hit online for? And me and the guy had sort of the same thought. It was brought online on purpose. They know 7 days. In this 7 days, we need to make it sound like, yo, he got shot. It's about to be a war. It's on and popping. So now you rounding up the troops in the street. You got to keep in mind, you rounding the troops up in the street when it's not even like that. So now when you hear the story now, you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't sound like some takeover. It sounds like some personal stuff. It sounds like a suicide mission. Suicide missions, right, are when you send somebody with a Scud missile and he's scared to do it. But as long as he do it, his name is in the air. You had some dudes that attempted to cut real names because they were sitting on Scud missiles. Because you're gonna be a plate regardless. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes are gonna be a plate regardless. So you a plate, but we're not gonna shoot you. But if you shoot him, you know what I'm saying? If you shoot him and you succeed, we might spare you. But what happens when you drop the ball or drop the pass? Then now you're a plate on all sides. You're a plate again. You drop the ball, you ran. Whatever happened. What I'm trying to say is, find something legal to do, man. You know what I'm saying? This is serious, man. Shout out to Harlem Double. Shout out to everybody even the dudes that's in my comments. Shout out to 5'9", because you know why Mr. 5'9" that wrote that comment. You know why I have to respond to that for? Because when you look at the bigger picture, they got 7 days to talk crazy about Lace. 7 days, no matter what they say about him, what he's done, who he played it, what hoods he dubbed. A lot of dudes he ain't just dubbed. Some dudes he just dubbed their hoods. He ain't dubbed them. But the narrative that he got shot is a powerful word, bro. He got shot. Why? So now you get to create these stories. So now you got dudes that's probably creating narratives. Now he got shot because of this. He got shot because of that. No, boom, boom, boom. Such and such and such got the situation. You got 7 days or 8 days before this man begins to speak. Shout out to that hat stop that hollered at me, man. I appreciate that, bro. So now when you hear the story, it's not as, wait a minute, suicide mission. Okay, Lace good. He ain't fall from grace out of that. That was just a suicide mission deflated. Because it's not, exactly, Slim Slammer put some extra salt on the grits. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. He got shot by walking a dog and fish skill, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna say he ain't get shot because his nation. He ain't get hit because he got faded. But you gotta watch you gotta watch the game plan. These new young boys are internet savvy. They know the power of the internet because that's what has got them in the penitentiary for all this time. This is what has them sitting in jail. So do not get it twisted for 1 minute if you believe that these young boys is not going to use this internet as their way of getting their movies out there, who they punch in the face in the yard. They're going to do this to create these narratives. The best power play is the internet. They're not stupid. You put that out there, Lacy got shot. You know, people take information the wrong way. Oh, he got shot because of this. What it's doing is, you got some place called the 4 building, and another jails, where they hear that and they go, yo, why did that? He fooled and who you wonder and we ain't jacking that and such. So now they're hearing the facts. Oh, that was a suicide mission going wrong. Okay, back to our regular program. There's gonna be something that who knows allegedly about the situation, but that's jail. But it's our duty, right, is to protect your brother. Salute to the loyal hats that took the chance to put the information out there to protect their brother. And not sit back and let dudes create a narrative for 8, 9 days because they want to keep it funky, keep it with the net. Because that's what real niggas do. Everybody ain't for you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I gave an example of Shy Quell, because he has nothing to do with this. It's just the Shy Quell. I did a show. I didn't mention Shy Quell name. I mentioned the situation, some Crips that was there. They spoke up. Yo, what was it like that, Zeke? I got to meet some good lokes out of that. King Loke the Third, King Loke. I got to talk to Scully, who called my show. I might have been Sauce, but he called my show. A lot of guys stepped up. Like, Shy Quell, that's our guy. I'm giving you an example. Then Shaquille was in the comments having to go, wait a minute. And there was not one bad comment to him, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So when y'all hear all the dysfunctions and who don't mess with who, shout out to that stepped up. You know what I'm saying? That's when, it's like people hate to hear love and unity sometimes. I salute the youth for even not letting that go down. Like, yo, he been around forever. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to happen. They're supposed to protect their elders. Have it bad. Round table family, you ain't never lie. He's gonna have it bad. Let me tell you something. Don't ever become a crash dummy. That's why you don't play the yard all day. You keep your name out of consequences. You keep your name out of gossip. All that leads to, yo, you got the next plate. That was a suicide mission that you couldn't win regardless because Lacy's not dubbed. So it's like, you did that, and now you're gonna go to another spot, and now you're gonna have it hard. And the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to have some dudes that's why the narratives are created before anybody hit the box. So where he turns from being a victim to a martyr. Victim to a martyr. A victim. This is what I just said. I got to be slick. I got to use good lingo. I ain't got to go, blah, 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 blah. I'm being honest with you. You got 7 days to make this guy into a martyr. Yo, he shot him. You can put any narrative to that. You know what I'm saying? Salute. You can put any narrative to that. So shout out to that hats that destroyed the narrative now. Now it's out there. Whoever's mad, the ones that's out there that's really mad that the information is out there are the ones that probably feel like F Lace. We going with he got shot and this is why, because he done this to this dude and did that to that guy. He dubbed that and he dubbed him and this happened. No, this is just, this is just opinion policy. We're just going to be real and keep it funky. Shout out to that hats for doing that. You know what I'm saying? He going straight to the moon. He going first flight up. He going straight up. So you understand what I'm saying? The information is bought because I think I need clarity on this is because there's a lot of hats that don't want it, misinformation, fuck it, since it's out there. Because remember, Lacy can't talk. He don't talk anyway, but he can't talk. So now you got 7 days to put together this weird narrative. Now, when he get out the box, you don't know what he might walk into. So at least now, it might not even be that was you jacking, because that might have been a personal funny move. That might have been, we don't know what move that was. Whatever move that is, they fixing up. They fixing right now because it hit the internet. And now the truth came out. So when the truth comes out, or part of the truth, or a piece of the truth, now this is when dudes start, because you gotta think about who named is on who. One thing about the name game is who name is on who. Sometimes it may not be a war. Treason's a motherfucker. It's a disco summer. Who name is on that? Who was he in the yard with? Who was he conversing with? They're gonna get to the nitty gritty. The nitty gritty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, but when it first hit the net, you know, wait, huh? But they're doing it because they're trying to reach a whole nother agenda. They're trying to reach the outside. Reach the outside. Yeah, I gotta go. Trying to go to work party, people. Just think about that, man. Don't let nobody shit on your peoples, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Definitely salute everybody that came in. I had to clarify the information. We're not gonna stay on this Lacy thing for too long, but salute is salute. One love, you heard? With that being said, I'm out of here. Gotta get to work. Peace.